Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters. Welcome to Return of the Matriarch. We have been discussing black men's violence towards his black women. And we have a special guest on tonight. With this, he asked that I introduce him as Brother Anthony. I've been practicing how to say his name, so he just said, just call me Anthony. And of course, we got our Empress, my dear sister Dominique, on with us. Shalom to both of you. How are you doing?
Shalom, all is well. How are you?
All is well as well. Welcome to the show, Brother Anthony. Thank you so much. We've been speaking with him on a group message here on Facebook, and he just had some really interesting perspectives on why men lie. You know, why do men lie? And he even said that we prefer for men to lie to us. So, you know, just wanted to speak to the brother, and we're going to get in deep into this because it has, you know, it's definitely dealing with the psyche of our brothers, their mentality, and that's what we need to get an understanding so that we can know and understand why, you know, does the abuse happen. Let's get into the minds of the brothers. So, you know, with further ado, Brother Anthony, why do men lie?
All right. So, men lie. You can hear me good?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you brothers and sisters hear him pretty good? Dominique, how's it sounding on your end? Okay. Yeah, we can hear you.
So, all right. So men lie for a lot of reasons. And like I was telling you guys, that women love to be lied to because women love stepping in fire, right? So, like, say for instance, if a woman gets some information that her boyfriend or husband was cheating, what she would do, she would go and try to find out to see herself. So she's trying to step in fire, something that she don't want to see. So, men lie because they don't try to protect themselves, but they try to protect women. And men lie because they want that woman that they lying to. So, they try to put on a facade like, you know, they're different, or, you know, it's like, how can I explain it? So, like I was telling the ladies earlier, if a man lies to a woman, that means he wants her that much. Now, a woman may get mad at the fact that he lied, but what he's trying to do is show her how much he wants. So I'm not saying that it's okay for a man to lie, but a man ain't finna tell the truth to a woman, like on GP, because a woman won't do the same. And later down the line, if a man asks a woman about something in her past, she ain't gonna keep it real with her. Now, if you don't agree with me, let me know, because I have more.
Well, I'm just wanting to know, what is the purpose of lying in the first place? What is it that you're hiding, and why are you hiding? What is it? So, what are you ashamed of?
Well, men, we don't lie to hide anything. It's like this: the woman that we want, she a stranger, just like your friends when you first meet somebody. You want to kick it with their stranger. So you ain't going to keep it real with them right off the bat when you first meet them because you don't know them. You don't know nothing about them. So the thing is that a woman, she wants to know everything. When she first meets this dude, she want to know everything. We ain't trying to get into all that. What we trying to do is just chill, talk about the day, you know, things like that. A woman, I would say, is kind of pushy when they trying to know everything. So what a man would do, he may tell her something, but we gonna lie regardless. See, and that's not in our genetic makeup, but it's reality. So around your environment, you ain't gonna go around and try to you ain't gonna tell everybody the truth about you. You ain't gonna tell nobody, you know, what's in your bank account. You see what I'm saying? So then we lie to protect our ourselves, but we don't have nothing to hide. We just don't want to talk about the past.
Because for, and I don't know if this is a good example to use, but for instance, with my ex, he told me that he had his passport before. So when it came time for him to utilize it or get it, and I had to help him get an emergency passport, they couldn't find it in the system. So, he had never had a passport before. So why not just tell the truth and say, well, I don't have a passport, so I will have, so stuff like that. And it's just, and it's so, but then it's everything. It's everything, you just choose we know the sky is blue, but a man will say, no, it's red. It's just like, it's stuff like that, like something so simple. It's just so simple, to be honest. But with your rationale, you say that you lie to protect us. And so it's like, but it sounds like you're saying, well, really, I don't want to talk about, my past. So when I been asked questions about it, I'm just gonna tell her what she wants to hear, what I think she wants to hear, and, to impress. So you basically, men lie to impress women.
So this is the thing. The thing is that a man would lie to impress a woman, but that's because that's how much he wants her. He may not understand that because she's not a man. You know what I'm talking about? Now, a woman, she would tell the truth to impress a man. But see, women got to understand that, males, they see females every day, and they, I'm not going to say we've been with a lot of females, but we've been with females in relationships. So we understand how the dynamics work on. So you can cause an easy argument by asking a man a question. It really depends on what it is. But the thing is that you can cause an argument by asking the wrong question to a man. And instead of, now he knows what you're going to ask already. So the thing is that we try to avoid these arguments. So we will lie, so the argument will be over with. But see, women, what y'all do, y'all may feel that it's a lie, so y'all won't continue to talk about it. So,
but it is a lie. It is a lie. And that's the number one thing that females hate. Just tell the truth. You say we may think it's a lie, but it is a lie. So we just deal with what it is, and so it's like, why he just so, you lie about that small stuff, like you're going to lie about anything. And so then I can't trust you.
See, the men, we get lied to every day by women. So women don't deserve, don't take it the wrong way, but women don't deserve truth in the beginning, because we know later down the line, when we ask her for truth, she ain't gonna give it to you.
Well,
you know what I'm talking about?
why wouldn't the person that you say you love, why wouldn't they deserve the truth? Why would you paint an illusion for the woman that you say you love, and then once she finds out she don't want to be with you, so then you're gonna beat her ass and you're gonna kill her for leaving you?
Well, the thing is, now love is different. So now we're talking about a woman being with a man. Now, if a woman is with a man, y'all in love and stuff like that, y'all been living together, and he's still lying, and you gotta forget that lie and try to understand why he's lying to you. Like, okay, forget the conversation about the lie, right? Let me try to think about, and this should be the woman thing. Let me try to think about why would he lie to me, and why is he lying all the time? So it's something going on in y'all relationship, why he should have continuously lying to you. You see, for women, they won't focus on that. What a woman gonna do, she's gonna try to focus on, what he talking about, what he lying about, and try to get down to the bottom of it, instead of try to think to herself, what's going on in a relationship that he constantly lies to me.
So are you saying from the time that a woman meets a man, that it's her fault that he lies to her from the beginning, from the time she gives him her number, all the lies that he tells her is her fault because that's what we prefer, or because because she doesn't need to know the whole truth, because you're not really who you're pretending to be. So it's just, it's deception. And then again, like I said, you get into these relationships with us, and so we find out that you don't want to be, that you've been lying, and now we don't want to be with you. And so now you start stalking, because I had to deal with that with my ex just recently. Like, I just finally was able to get him to leave me alone. But you told me all these lies. I catch you cheating, using drugs. And so now that I don't want to be with you, you're going to stalk me and do all this when you could have did the right thing from jump. And so this is, getting back into or getting into, the abuse that we're dealing with at the hands of the men, because at the end of the day, you're grown and we're not your mother and we're not babysitters. And so we should not have to give you passes because you feel like, or because you want to deceive us into loving you in the beginning, so you're going to lie and do whatever it takes. I mean, that's not right. I mean, brothers and sisters, Sister Tonya, she says, easier said than done. To men, it's not easy to tell the truth. And so, go ahead.
So, all right. So this is what I'm trying to say. I ain't saying that it's the woman's fault that you make a lie. What I'm trying to say is that, okay, so in the beginning stage of meeting him or her, the thing is that, okay, so say if a man tell you something later down the line, you find out that he lied. It depends on the lie though. So if he lied about his job, how much money he got, stuff like that, then later down the line you found out it was a lie, it was only to impress you. See? But if he lied about something like being in a relationship with another woman, or whatever the case may be, then that's a whole different story. And it may go into abuse because it's messing with a woman's mentality. I'm not saying that, that it's the woman's fault. What I'm saying is that we do the same thing when we first meet somebody and we want to talk to them. Everybody do the same thing. Everybody asks the same questions. And majority of people in the world that they start off talking on the phone a lot, and they don't meet up as much. My advice would be to see that person as much, so to really see what they're doing. You see, now this reality. So in reality, you can say that it's the woman's fault, because like I said, a woman knows when a man is lying about something, and if she don't know, she can find out, but she won't know. See, because they be so lonely and things like that. So in this reality, or in some states, yeah, it's the woman's fault because she knows better. See, and she's been through it before. But see, that's the thing. Women's been through these things before, that they ignore the fact that they have, they still go for it because they may get lonely. They may not have sex in a while, or they may need some help, whatever the case may be. That's the elephant in the room that a lot of women won't admit to. And that right there is hiding something. You see, like you can meet up with somebody, or somebody like a woman, you can ask her about sex or something, and she would deny some of those things. But once a man get in a relationship with her, she's doing those things. So it's like, why would you lie? Even if she look like she don't do it, and things like that. Or say if a woman looks like he's a freak or something like that, but then when somebody say something freak to her, she turn around and say that was disrespectful. That's a lie right there. See, so women, they walk around with lies every day. What I'm trying to say is that men, we don't even care if it's a lie or not. We're going to still say it because it's not the woman's fault. And we're not trying to say nothing to the woman. But the thing is that we're just protecting ourselves. And in another case, we lying, you know what I'm saying, because we want that woman that much. You know what I'm talking about?
Dominique, what are your thoughts?
Well, I know that it's the ego with the man. Because it's about painting a false identity. Why not tell someone who you are in the beginning. And then fear of rejection is just a lot. But we can't blame another person for what we feel. It doesn't add up. Regardless of what you feel, it's something within you while you're lying, or even when it comes to whatever it is, anger, anything that you feel. Just if you are afraid of rejection, it's because of yourself, not because of the other individual. And we can only, speak from personal experience because all of us are different. And it's not going to be the same way with every person. It's going to be different. But the majority of men do lie.
And then he, go ahead.
Oh, you can go ahead.
And how, Anthony, he separated and put it in a cat, was like, well, these lies aren't as bad as these. If I'm telling you that I'm making $100,000 a year, but really I'm only making $40,000, that's not really a big deal. But if I got a woman, that's more of a big deal. I mean, a lie is a lie at the end of the day. And it is something that plagues the men, and the females do lie too. But from my experience, men, that's just what you do. And so we're trying to, you're giving, and so I'm not sure, brothers, is this how you all think? Because we want to get the men that are watching, and welcome to everybody, the brothers and sisters. How is this how you think? Do you agree with Brother Anthony, brothers? Ladies, is this what you've experienced in past relationships with men?
Another thing is that, like if a man see a woman that he really wants, he ain't gonna lie in the beginning. He gonna keep it real. He gonna be solid with it from the get-go. You see, so now we stepping into a space where, when a man try to talk to a female, why would he lie to her? Do he really want her? What do he want from her? Because every man don't lie in the beginning, but it depends on how much he wants her. So you do have those men that don't lie because he wants her so much. So the thing is that I'm not trying to make an excuse for men that do lie, but the women, y'all got to ask yourselves, like, okay, what it is about me that he gonna lie for? Like, what did I say? How did I dress? Like, why? Because the man would say the same thing. If a woman lied to him and he wanted her, why would she lie to me and I gave her everything? I told her the truth. My family and my friends, why would she still lie to her? Why would she cheat? So now we got to look at ourselves to see, not how we live and stuff, but who we are as people. See, why would she lie to me? Because it goes both ways too. But, I understand that we're speaking on the females because this right here is going to lead not only physical but mental.
No, we need to speak. Yeah, we need to definitely address the brothers as well. We're in this together. This is why we're, talking about this, because we have to squash the beef and in order to move forward and to, receive the kingdom. So, definitely, that's why we have you on the show. We want to hear from your perspective on this. It's
myself.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry,
you go ahead.
Myself, I'm not saying that I will lie if I'm going to talk to her. I ain't saying that. But it depends, though, on, okay, so it depends on how a female is, how she gets down, how she lives, right? So if I want to talk to a female and I see her lifestyle, I may lie to her. Because I know how she lives, she ain't going to care. Because I know she going to lie too. But if I run to a female and her life is somewhat, positive and things like that, I'm not going to lie because I want to keep her around because, it's a chance she may lie. You see, so there's so many things that go on in our heads. See, women think that once we lay eyes on them, that we just going to y'all first, we think first. We think about what we're going to say, how we're going to walk up to you. Everything goes through our mind, see. And so the thing is that, once we get into a relationship with a female, you may have men that start lying. And one of the cases may be because they tired of that female. Right? So we can talk about, like, even with sex. A lot of women always wonder why men cheat. Like if y'all in a marriage and then, find out he cheated. One of the reasons why he cheated on her is because of the sex. Women don't understand that we are different. So, sex is like we get tired of not having sex, but let me see. We can say inappropriate things on there, right?
Indeed, you can. We got to tell the truth.
Okay, all right. So the thing is that a woman's pussy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we get tired of the same pussy. We get tired of having sex with the same woman because we had it already. You see, now it can be up to the man or the woman to change that dynamic. Because if all y'all doing is having sex, then it's like. But if not, when y'all sharing everything, you want to think to yourself, why would he cheat? And it's because of the pussy. Because this is the thing. If a man been with a woman and they have sex and then she find out that he cheated, you see, with another woman, when he go cheat with another woman, her pussy gonna feel different from his wife. A lot of women don't even know that. That's one of the reasons why men cheat. So now we try to get into a conversation on that aspect, but I just wanted to let y'all know that that's one of the reasons why we do cheat. It's because of the sex. It's because of her pussy. I ain't saying there's something wrong with it. No, it's not that. It's just that man just got tired of that because it's the same feeling. You see, it's the same. It's just like a woman would say, she gets tired of her man because they want the same position. You see, so with a man, we just get tired of the same pussy. But the thing is that it's up to them to, to change that. You can speak to it.
So, what do you expect? You've been with a woman for 10 years. So what, you just gonna throw her away because her pussy feels the same? What happened to loyalty, and honor and respect and till death do us part? What happened to, holding it down for life? And so then we were talking about...
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Go ahead.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. What I try to make people realize is that this is reality. A lot of stuff has happened, and we can't even change none of it. So while these things were happening, our mental was changing, stuff, things was being settled. So the thing is that you have people that's going to give that, but those people nobody in this world is not going to change. No matter what they say, how they look, or what they read. Nobody is not going to change. It's just like a woman. And I ain't trying to get on women, I'm just trying to...
Well, speak freely. Like speak freely, brother.
Okay. So when a woman changes up her lifestyle, and she becomes spiritual, and she's dressing different, and she's reading and, edifying herself, she's still going to have those nights where she's going to want to have sex like she's done before she became spiritual. She's going to do the same positions and everything. So what I'm saying is that ain't nobody going to change, never. You can temporarily change, but you still want to have that, that same feeling. You don't want to do the same thing. That's going to be a strong thing to do, though, to change your whole life, but it's not going to help because we've been, how can I put it? Okay, so we've been here for so long doing the same thing, eating the same food in this world for so long that the things that was instilled inside of us, it would never leave. See, it's just like saying, the Similac and stuff that our mother gave us that we shouldn't never gotten have left. No, it's still in us. So what I'm trying to say is that no one can never change. So when it comes to loyalty and things like that, yeah, it's bad that he would do that or she would do that, but at the same it's about a lifestyle. You know, you have to be serious. So like I told you, they say that your partner is a compliment. It's supposed to be a compliment or a reflection of you. So while women are single, they not looking for that. See what I'm talking about? Women is not trying to look for no reflection of them. Like when a woman understands who she is today, she ain't trying to look for that as an opposite. See what I'm talking about?
So what do you mean by that?
So what I mean is that one of the reasons why women get cheated on, or even men, why people get cheated on, lied to, and things like that, because they don't look for themselves. They don't even know themselves. So how can they expect to have a partner for a lifetime and they don't even know who they are? See, they just go with the flow. What I mean by going with the flow is that you may have an Hebrew Israelite female, and the moment she finds out that a man is a Hebrew Israelite, now she will be like, okay, cool, yeah, Hebrew Israelite, do he have a job? Ooh, he got a job. Do he look good? Do he look good? Do he got a beard? You see, she's sticking on these same things. You see what I'm talking about? But she don't even know how he really lives, though. She just want to know, is he a Hebrew? Do he read? You know, do he have a beard? And do he have a job and things like that? And that's why in the past we heard about these Hebrew Israelites men doing these women like that. And another thing goes back to what I just said. It's with sex too. Once a woman finds out some information, she becomes spiritual, she ain't having sex no more. So it may go into 2 years that she's been doing her thing and she haven't had her own man until she run into that. So now she's just looking for basic focuses. What I just stated, you know, the beard, the job, basic focuses. But she ain't really looking for something that's a reflection of her. So that's one of the reasons why women keep getting hurt, because they keep doing the same shit. Well, go ahead, though.
No, I agree. I mean, you can't get different results doing the same thing. And, you know, you were saying that we can't change, but we have to change. Because, again, we're not going to get different results doing the same things. And what I wanted to ask is, do you feel that men are jealous of women? Are you intimidated by females?
No, a man would never be jealous of a woman. Ever. How can I put this? Let me see. Yeah, that don't even make sense to me. A man would never be jealous of a woman. Now, you may have some little goofies today that may be jealous of a woman. The goofy, I mean, you know, the young dude, he may be hustling on the block, and then he runs into a woman that may have some money or something like that. You know, he may be robbed or something, you know. But that's a little scary, though. We gonna talk about fraud. So, you know, a man can never be jealous of a woman. Never.
Because my ex, he told me that he was jealous of me, and it just blew, you know, it just blew me away. And so I see how, you know, men that I have encountered, even here on Facebook, you know, with the different posts that I make and stuff, and how men are very insecure. So maybe, you know, that's what it is. And, you know, what are your thoughts on that as far as, you know, the insecurities of men?
Well, my thing is that the system has taken away a lot of leaders, men. They've taken away a lot. And what they took away was not the men, but they took away the teachers. So the kids was left with a feminine teach. A lot of women think that they can teach a man, but they can't. So
what? Hold on. I'm sorry. Can you back up? Can you say that again?
Okay.
You say that a woman cannot teach a man, but all men are born of a woman. And so this is an issue.
You ain't catch what I said. No, you ain't catch what I said. You got to understand what I said. What I said is that the system has taken away a lot of leaders that were men. They put them in prison and they killed them. This was in the old days, you know, when we had the organizations come out, like, you know, where I'm from in Chicago, you know, you had Gangster Disciples, you had Vice Lords and Stones and whatnot. So you had real men that was about real shit. They took that away. What was
real men about real shit when nothing has changed for us?
Wait. I'm gonna tell you. What they they didn't take away the man, they took away the teachings. What I mean by teachings is that they took away how a young boy can become a man and a leader. Now, to be a man and a leader as a grown man, that would be something basic like taking care of your kids, making money, and taking care of your woman. They took away that. So that's why you have today a lot of men that's doing a lot of things to women that women don't understand. Now, as far as with the women teaching men, they cannot teach those aspects of how to be a man for real. And how do we really know this to be true? Look at them today. Look at these movies today. They don't even know how to treat a woman, but they know how to treat their brothers. See what I'm talking about? So that's what I mean. A woman do not know how to teach that. That's why they going around crazy right now.
Dominique, what are your thoughts?
Well,
You know, being that you have
to understand. Yes. So what I would like to break up is that the women that you see today are women that have no knowledge of who they are. So that is why our young men are turning out like that. Because in essence, all men are females. All men are a mutation of us. So technically they are females. And a woman is naturally the child's first teacher. Most things that men have learned, they have passed it from their mother. All life comes through the womb, not a rib. We have to, go back to the beginning. We have to go back to the beginning.
All right. So this one, because I understand what you said, though. But I wasn't talking about that as far as the teacher. I understand that one. What I'm saying, okay, so I'm going to give you an example. A woman cannot teach a young boy how to be in a circle with nothing but men. See what I'm talking about? A woman can't teach a young boy how to have a meeting with grown men. That's what I mean. Everything else, of course a woman can teach a man things, how to clean, how to talk, how to present herself, but she don't know how to teach that man how to teach that young boy that may be 16 or 18. She don't know how to teach him how to step in the room for the gangster. That's what I mean.
But everything you are is your mother. Everything you are is your mother. A man's DNA is that of his mother. A man don't have his own DNA. You don't have your own DNA sequence. You are simply a clone of your mother. And so this is what we have to get back. We have to get back to respecting the mothers. Do you know who used to run the world? Do you know that women ran the world before the patriarchy took over?
I know exactly who ran the world before. But what I'm saying is that I understand what you mean by in your blood, in your genetic makeup. I understand that. But what I'm saying is that once a young boy goes into a man, he's not thinking with his genetic makeup. He's thinking with his brain as a man now. That's what I mean.
So what?
He ain't gonna get back.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was done.
What is it that a man does different when it comes to teaching? Like, because we hear that so much. Well, a woman can't teach a man. A woman can't raise boys. What is the difference of, is it the visual? Is it because a young boy sees another man doing different things and teaching them that way? Is that what it's more? Is that what that statement is really meaning? Or is there a difference in teaching styles?
It's not about vision at all. It's about, okay, so say for instance, a woman is pregnant or once she has the baby is going to, relate to man's voice automatically because it's so deep. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to teaching, a man have a different way. It's just like if the woman is watching the kid and she's yelling but the kids ain't listening, but But then once the men say one thing, everybody be quiet. We have different ways of teaching children. So what I'm trying to say is that when that teaching is taken out of the house, you're going to get another result from that young boy or even that young girl. You see what I'm talking about? Because even with young girls, they need their father today. And when they really understand that they do, they go out in the streets and look for something else, to amount to that. So with the teachings, it's really different from a man, a woman teaching children. And so that's what I mean by a woman can really teach, a young boy what a man can really teach him. That's what I mean.
Dominique, you have anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I do understand where he's coming from. Just relating it to, I guess it's kind of just like
Discipline.
As far as discipline and just related to animals, like if you have a chicken around a group of pigs, the pig can't, teach the chicken how to be a chicken if it's a pig type stuff. So,
Indeed.
I understand it's certain things, that we do need the men for to help the boys.
Indeed.
Or our young boys, because their frame of thinking is different from ours.
Indeed. We got a few comments. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. I'll go ahead. I'm sorry, sis.
Okay, we have a few comments. Shalem, a few people are saying hello. Welcome everybody to the show. Claudel says, things we go through you have no clue as men. And Sire says, our emotions are different from women. And we definitely want to invite you brothers on the show. I just saw Brother Warhead come on. Welcome to the show, brother. He's definitely a warrior. And, the fight to bring our people together and to end domestic violence. And really for us all to get along and get on one accord so that we can move forward. So if you want to join in, brother, if you see the link available to join in, I can try to bring you on the show. We're speaking with Brother Anthony right now and just talking about why do men lie? Why is it it's the norm, for men to lie? So, Brother Anthony, before I cut you off, you had something that you wanted to say?
Because this conversation is going to eventually lead to, the thing is that, like I said, a lot of women, they allow a lot of shit. And that's because it's for a lot of reasons that y'all may know. But see, I bet you a woman ain't going to tell it. That right there could be a lot to a minute. But we can have a conversation about our women. But the thing is that this right here is going to lead to abuse. Because once a woman continues to let him on high, as he do, he know that he can touch her. He know that he can make her do some things. So the thing is that these are one of the reasons why, the men should have been in the household. There were some men in the household, but women, okay, so when you talk about lies, women get fed up. Say if he just only lying, that's all he's doing, he never cheated. Women gonna leave him while they have kids together. But see, that's something new. See, you can leave a man because he keep lying about little things. See what I'm saying? So now once a woman leaves him, then she's gonna be single with kids now. But she ain't gonna tell the real truth about why he lied and things like that. Because women is not gonna do that. Women do not. Okay, I know from experience that women do not like looking stupid. Period. They do not. Y'all do not like looking stupid at all. So a woman ain't gonna tell the truth for the whole story about what happened because the man may come into the conversation and he gonna tell a whole nother story. Now we gotta figure out who's lying.
And so that's the whole point that I'm trying to make is why even lie? Because at the end of the day, you started it with the lie. So, it all could have been avoided. The relationship could still be, you could still be in the relationship, still be a family and not be separated. But, it's just a selfish act. And then I look at how the majority of our brothers treat us as a whole, and it's no love. It's total disrespect. you know, I mean, you just say anything to us, but you won't do that to the other nations, to the other females. And so it's like,
hold on, wait.
you know, I mean,
Wait. Well, I know for a fact that, okay, so white women, you know, I know for a fact that black men lie to them all the time, and they don't care. They don't really care about that, you know, because that's how they was raised. You know what I'm talking about? So white women, the only thing they care about is that I'm going to see you. So that's the only thing they care about. But the thing is that as far as with black women and black men, it's a fire between them that's going on that nobody don't know how to put out. But it's simple though. But it's going to be up to those two individuals. Because right now we're talking about a conversation between two people. And those two people come from millions of people. So it's different situations of why that one may lie or that negative. So, like I say, it's going to be up to those who figure out what they want to do. Now, if a woman is interested in a man right now, you know, she may be trying to figure out what would be her approach. And my advice would be, if you like somebody, approach them. Don't try to wait until he approach you. You see what I'm talking about? Because now you're just going to wait for the laugh. Why are you going to wait for the laugh for? If you like somebody, just approach them and say, hey, what's up? You know, I'm interested in what's going on. Seeing somebody, you know, something like that. Now, when a woman do that, that's gonna turn our brain on because we're gonna be like, man, he kind of mature. If he coming at me like this, so I gotta watch what I say to him. That's a wrong woman. You know what I'm talking about?
and so you say that there's a fire brewing between the males and the females. Did you know that the first wars on earth were gender wars? It was male against female.
Yeah, I can imagine that it was. Yeah.
So, you know, from the way it's looking, you know, it's looking like, because we know it's nothing new under the sun, it's looking like we're headed back to that. Like it's going to be us against y'all.
Well, I mean, the thing is that the only reason that we get into it like that is because of resources. You know, materialistic things. It goes back into when you said one of the dudes that you were saying, he was jealous. So the thing is that everybody is focused on materialistic things. One of the ways that you can make your relationship better is you let go all of those things. You see what I'm talking about? So that's why a man that hurt a woman that gave him anything, he can always love her. You see? So the thing is that if a woman really wants to make it in life with the man that she wants, they have to let go of materialistic things. Period. But that's just one of them.
Right, because we have to consider the infidelity aspect. I mean, sex has ruined the black community. It really has. You said it yourself. You get tired of the same pussy, so you're going to go and get some more. And it's nothing that nobody can do to stop you. And so you also said that y'all deal with stuff and you know that we be doing stuff and y'all just deal with it. And yeah, we do deal with it because we love you.
No.
And so, I mean, even myself, with my ex, I caught him cheating. And I never stay with nobody when I just cut you off. But this is a different. And so, you know, it was the same thing like you're saying, you know, you want sex and I wasn't giving him sex like that. So I began being more intimate with him and then he just got worse. You know, he had his nose was already open with dealing with other women by this point. And so, you know, I mean, it's like, you know, I give you what you want, you know, and that's, you know, so it's like, I might as well just like, you know, really love myself and stop feeling like, and to all the ladies, feeling like I got to give a man my body, because whether I give it to you or not, you're going to still do you. So what's the point?
Well, not quite. See, that's why when I said something first, I thought I was trying to say that it's the woman's fault. This is my thing. You know, a woman knows when a man is one lie, whatnot. The thing is that, like I say, with material things, you see, we we too focused on that aspect. Even, looks and things like that. We too focused on that. And even women, they always focus on it. So the thing is that I can't say nothing on you and me, which y'all went through, but I guarantee you that you could tell me something right now of what you could have said when he was telling you that in the beginning, right?
Which part? When he was telling me what?
Like when you first met him, and so say the things that you found out that he lied about, and you remember that he lied about that. He said in the beginning you found out it was a lie. Before it was a lie, and you thought it was the truth in the beginning. You can tell me right now that you could have said something to try to question that answer that he gave you.
Well, I mean, it was, with the passport situation, it was like he was in Mexico. He tried to like literally sneak across the border and got arrested. And so the only way they was going to let him come to Belize, where I was, is he had to have a passport, because you can get into Mexico without a passport. But once you get to the border of Mexico and Belize, you have to have a passport. So I had to get his passport, and I had to fill out all the paperwork and do all of that and just do all the correspondence, because he didn't have internet like that. And so, it was like that kind of situation. Like, do I leave him stranded in Mexico? And like you said, I mean, and so even myself, I was like, well, it's a little lie. By that, I mean, what do you, so that's what I chose to overlook it. But then things started, other things started happening and just not adding up, and so, I mean, people are great pretenders, and they can mask themselves for months, even years. I'm grateful that I found out before the year was up, before I really invested more into this man. And so.
But why did you overlook?
Go ahead.
Why did you overlook that little lie?
Because I felt like he just really, considering the condition here in North America, and I'm already trying to get our people to leave here. I said, well, he just really wanted to get out of there. And just knowing what's going on in Jackson, Mississippi, where he was from, and the violence that's there, because that's like the number one capital of murders of melanated men. So considering all of those things and knowing that the mission that he was coming on is a righteous one, and our final destination being Peru, so on and so forth. So I was weighing all of these things. Yeah, I could have just turned my back and left him in Mexico, and but as a person, whether we were going to have an intimate relationship or not, as a person, I just can't do people like that. So that's really what it boiled down to, my heart.
So, okay, because this is my thing. So this is who you just met, and then, you went 100 miles for him. So would you have given him $1,000?
I mean, at this point, I had ran thousands of dollars through his bank account. Because I had started my lawn service back up. He had a bank account here in North America. I wasn't able to get one being in Belize, because I was never planning on coming back here. I was never coming back here. But we had to come back here to get the people. So yeah, I mean, I was running money. I mean, we had a rapport. He never tried to take anything from me. So it was like, I'm running this. So it was, I just never would have imagined that he was who I ended up finding out he was. I mean, this man was cheating with transgender escorts. It had, wait. So, so when you're telling me that, this whole lie thing, I'm listening. But at the end of the day, like I said, everybody has to take responsibility, and so for men, for you to say, well, men just lie, and men, they get tired of the same pussy. They, we gonna get tired. We love you, baby, but I need a different feeling. That's very selfish. And so it shows in the way that you treat us as a whole, and so the rest of the world, they see that our own men don't give a damn about us. So they stump on us too. And so that's why you see police officers stumping black women in the street, because they know we don't have no protection.
That's not true.
You're our
You just
protection.
said, look, you just said something that you didn't even catch. First of all, you gave them too much in the beginning. You didn't supposed to do that. Now,
I mean, you can't put
when
no
you did
excuses
that,
on it. I mean, you can't, you know, you're talking about love and being with somebody and everything is supposed to be open. You know, it's not supposed to be, no. So it was like, you know, when you're really serious about being in a relationship with somebody, then you put it all on the table. And so that's what I did. And that's what he did. At least I thought, you know, so he
that's what I'm
just,
trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
but that was already him. He was already a gay crackhead. And he did a very good job hiding it from me. And that's another thing, brother. A lot of the men are sin men. And so then they're having sex with these men and you're bringing us your diseases.
Well, hold on, wait. Well, communication. First, we got to talk about communication between a woman and a man. So, you got to allow the man to talk if you really want to find out what's going on. Right? So, the thing is that you gave too much. You didn't put nothing on the table, but you gave him too much. And that's what we see every day. You don't supposed to give a man too much because now he know what type of female you is, and he know that y'all not going to last. Now, don't give a man nothing unless see how long he going to stay around. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. So, a lot of women, they want to admit to that. They want to admit what they need and things like that because they hope all the time. Women got to stop hoping about shit. That's their problem. See? But they know. But the reason that they overlook that is because of reality of what they know they need and things like that. Y'all gotta stop trying to. Okay, so.
But see, you're contradicting yourself because you once said that you're just too materialistic. You know, you have to get to where we can just enjoy each other. So then when you finally meet a female that ain't looking at you for what you got and willing to help you be who you want to be and be who I see you be, now that's a problem too. That's what you're telling me. I gave him too much because I looked out, because I helped him get on his feet, because I helped him get to me.
But this the thing. You just met this dude. Y'all haven't been together for a year. You don't got to help him with nothing.
No, I don't. I don't. But when do you decide, when you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, when do you start? Is it like, okay, well, we got to be together for 6 months before I can even do anything for you? But I'm feeling you, and I want to be with you and we together, but I can't really look out and do nothing for you for 6 months because I got, that don't make no sense, brother.
No, you can't give them too much. This is what I'm trying to say. Women, you cannot give a man too much because you give us too much, we're going to run with it, period. I
understand what you're saying. So what is too much? If you can give us an example, for all the females and the brothers too, what is giving a man too much?
Like what I'm saying is that, like in the beginning, like say if the man don't have a place to stay, you've been talking to him for like 2 weeks, but like he's literally on the streets. You see what I'm talking about? He's telling you this. And so you may say, like you may buy him a hotel, or you may turn around and say, you come stay with me. Now, the problem with that is that she's been single for so long that she not going to even care if this man stay with her because she needs a man. That's the thing. A lot of women, they focus on reality today, what's going on, that the only thing that's behind their head is that I need a black man so I can protect it, that so they can teach my kids or whatever the case may be. What I'm saying is that you can't give a man too much because you want to run with it. Period.
No, I agree with what you're saying. That wasn't the case for me. That's not how it happened with me, but that happens for a lot of our sisters. Where we just feel sorry for the man and he ain't got, he ain't showing no initiative and we just like, but the mouthpiece, is on point. The game is on point. And so he's now, so I totally feel you on that. You're right.
Right. So what I'm trying to say is that, like when the first week that you're talking to a dude, y'all ain't been establishing a relationship. First of all, if you establish a relationship with a dude and it's the first week, it's over with. Just know that you're gonna be crying in a couple months. You can't do that. If you're gonna talk to a man, go up and say, hey, I want a relationship. And they you know what I'm saying? Because now you're giving him something. You got to understand what reality is, period. That's why I say, when we talk about this, we can't talk about religion and stuff. So we got to focus on reality. The first week that you need to do, you should begin to know him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be going out. It should be a friendly invite first. And then when you get to know him, you like be comfortable with him and stuff like that, then y'all talk about a relationship to see if y'all will work. But don't just up and get into something. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, you know, one of these kids that they just up and get into a game. You don't know what you're getting into. So why would you do it? If you're supposed to be important to yourself, why would you do it?
Indeed, I agree. I agree with you on that for sure. Dominique, do you have any comments? And we're going to get to some of the comments that the brothers and sisters are leaving.
Well, I don't have anything to say right now.
Okay. Well, Sire says it's not just about teaching the males, it's about teaching the females what to look for in a man also. And you had brought up that point too, Anthony. Brother Ryan says to understand the origins of domestic violence, we must go back to slavery when women were just breeding stock and men were just studs. Let's start there when women would do anything to keep her sons from being lynched to the point of smoking them. Let's talk about how the family dynamic was non-existent. Mistrust was bred in us. We have to do better. Do you feel that slavery is the culprit, Anthony, to, you know, the domestic violence that the men inflict on the women?
No, I disagree with that because slavery didn't start when Europeans told us it started. I understand that before the black slavery happened in America, we had other problems thousands of years before that. You know what I'm talking about? So no, it didn't start there. It started somewhere between like 2,000 years ago, if you want to see. This world, we are so old. That's what people got to understand. We are so old that, like you just said, it ain't nothing new under the sun. So these problems ain't new. And we've been trying to figure this thing out. But when we go back into ancient history, though, we had more in ancient history than we have right now. Which was freedom. Literally freedom. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So now that we even so now we don't even have that freedom we used to have. How you think we finna act now? You know what I'm talking about? So what I would say can be a cure for as far as, you know, not abuse right now, we're gonna get into that. But what can be a cure for a black man and a black woman to succeed in a relationship would be communication. Because a lot of women, you know, when a man says something, a woman gonna think something else. She gonna think too deep. Think too deep. Like I said, you know, we real simple. Like when we say, I'm gonna go get something to eat, we want something, a woman will make it hard. You see, or the man try to cook, and she may not want something in the house. It's like, why would you want to eat out? I'm gonna cook for you. It's not because you're hungry, I'm trying to do things for you. Women don't understand that. So communication is very important, first of all. That's why I say the first week, you need to get to know him first. Then y'all talk about relationship. Communication. And then once you get into communication, you want to get into family. You know what I'm saying? Family is where he will introduce you to his family and you do the same. See, now you're comfortable around him. Now y'all can talk about that. But no, it didn't start in slavery. No, it didn't.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either, because actually the pale races were the first people that were enslaved, and we enslaved. Well, I don't even want to say enslaved them, but it is what it is, right? Sire says women don't want to be wrong. He's right. Warhead says, I just told someone it's too much to keep lying, and it's killing our sisters. It is because, you know, like I had said earlier, you know, you tell us a lie and we fall in love with the liar, and now you ready to be real and we don't want you no more. And so we want to leave the relationship, but you know, now you ready to be real, so you can't stand me leaving you, so you're going to kill me so nobody else can have me. And so it's definitely, you know, we got to do things different. You got to start being real. What happened to being real? Why you gotta be faking it to make it? Why would you want, how could you even have a peace of mind pretending to be something you're not?
Right. And my thing is that as far as the real, keeping it real, that was thrown out the window, I would say, what, in the 70s, I think? You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying, like, as far as with the government, they took away the leaders that we needed. So keeping it real and all of that went out the window. You know, anybody can get away with anything today, even with a conversation, you know, what a lot of women go through. Because today you see that a lot of women is maturing now. And one of the reasons why a lot of women is maturing now, because they are the people that have the baby. So they're going to reach responsibility quicker than a man. You know what I'm talking about? So now they want something loyal to be by their side and things like that. But that's something that you can't do on your own. That's something that's supposed to then happen. Don't nobody want to reach into that type of homework right now. So now you got to worry about what you're going to do now. So what is you going to do now? Is you going to approach the man that you think that could be potential, you know, or you going to wait until he come or another dude come? The question is, what you going to do right now so you can have a man that's not going to cheat, that's going to be about you.
Well,
what you already know that.
What we all should be doing is taking out time for ourselves, because at the end of the day, everybody is abused and misused and hurting, and you know, hurt people, and that it's just a continuing cycle. And we need to take out time for ourselves as individuals. Even with myself personally, I said I'm not going to be in another relationship for about 5 years. I need to know. I'm tired of getting catfished. I need to know who I'm. I gotta know the brother. I need to know this brother for a good 5-10 years, straight up, because the things that I have been through, and I understand I can't keep doing the same thing expecting different results. And I'm choosing different brothers of different backgrounds, but it's all the same bull stuff, man. It's just all the same. It's no. It doesn't matter how much money he's making. All of y'all are doing it in general. You know, or the majority of you, not all, but the majority of you are doing it. And this is what your relationships are based off of lies. And then, you know, you just have these situationships really, because the entire time that you're with this person is spent arguing, fighting, fussing. And it's like, what's the point? You're wasting years of your life with, you know, basically somebody who's become your enemy. And it's like, you know, for me and for our people, we need to take out time for ourselves, you know, because we're, you know, everybody looking for love, and you're looking for love from this person, from that person, but you're not even loving yourself. And that's what's going to make you whole. That's why I can go to sleep every night and sleeping in peace, because I know who I am. I'm loving myself. I'm taking out time for myself. I'm going and getting me a pedicure and getting my massages. And all the money that I would use and just, you know, deny myself. No, I'm going to put that back into myself. Now I still help people, but I'm learning how to say no more than yes, because I can't pour from an empty glass, you know, and a lot of us, we're broken, and we need to, you know, put ourselves back together. And being in a relationship is not going to fix it, because nobody is going to love you the way you're supposed to be loving you. And that's another thing, Anthony and Dominique too, is, you know, we're gonna attract who we are, or you know, the different thoughts that we have, even our mentality. You know, we sometimes we ponder on things so much and deal with, you know, doubt or whatever, because we create our own realities at the end of the day. You know, our minds are very, very powerful. That's why the number one weapon against us is mind control. So everybody at this point, we need to get our mind right. And, you know, again, a relationship is not the answer. Having sex with multiple people, that's not the answer. That's going to just create more confusion. You know, so what do you say to the women who are, you know, in these abusive relationships? What do you, how do a female, from your perspective, from the male's perspective, how does she get herself out of, you know, such a volatile situation?
I would say that understand that women is like black people. So black people, we are very spiritual. And a woman, she is very spiritual in love. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's how she was raised. So that's what she waiting for. So the women that's in these relationships that's being abused physically, this is something that they're choosing to do. Because I told like a couple girls before, I told them like, y'all acting like y'all don't got no groups, brothers, or any man that can help you, and they act scared. My thing is that I don't feel that women is really scared when they in abusive relationships. I feel that they just hope a lot, and meaning they hope if it's going to stop or not. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to get to the point where the police or somebody else get involved. That's when they can be ready to leave. But sometimes, even in that case, time is going to heal them, and that they're not going to be ready to leave. So I would say in some aspects, some women, it's their fault that they still in these relationships today. If y'all been in a relationship for about 5 years, and then the 6th year he hit you and you don't leave, it's your fault because you just told him that no, it's you. Just do it again later. That's what you're telling him. If a man hits you the second time, it's your fault because it don't supposed to happen again. See? So if a woman want to get out that situation, just leave. Now you may have some men that stay up all night making sure she don't leave and things like that. That's a house. It's a big world outside from that house. You can do something. You took the hit from him. Well, I know a window, like busting out the window ain't gonna be nothing. You know what I'm talking about? It's easy, but they make it hard. A lot of women make it hard to leave because they love so much, that they don't leave at all. So that would be my answer.
How about you, Dominique? What is your take? What do and that's the truth. It's a lot of females being abused and they just love the man. They're unwilling to let it go. So what do we do in that type of situation? Do we just stay out of it?
My thing is, why would we stay? I think most women stay because, like you were saying before, or you were saying too, it's about self-love. Why do we allow ourselves to go through that? And it necessarily isn't just with our women, but just people in general. It goes back to us loving ourselves.
Right.
Even when it comes to friends or whoever it is, if somebody is constantly hurting you and showing you that they're not loyal, why stick around?
Right. We just have such low self-esteem as a whole, and a lot of it is systematic. But this is the great apocalypse. We woke now. It's too much truth out there with our face on it, to not know who we are and to not know the power that we possess. So Ryan says to say that a woman can't teach a male is a false statement. In reality, having a partner to help raise her children is ideal, but not pivotal. My mother, even though married, had raised my brothers and I to be the men we are today. To say a woman can't teach a male is a direct slap to my mother's memory. Stalo says, actually, wouldn't that be the beginning of human confusion if it be true? I'm not sure what you were speaking about, Stalo. Cheating is a result of dysfunction, period. What do you have to say to that, Anthony? Is cheating a result of dysfunction? Because Stalo Anthony said the reason men cheat is because they get tired of their woman's vagina. It becomes old and they just want something new. So whatever happened to self-control? Or like really loving that person, right? If it doesn't love mean that, is love faithfulness? No?
What was the question?
It is. If you really care about somebody, you're going to be faithful. But at the end of the day, it's about self-love. How can we love somebody else if we don't love ourselves?
Right. And men, you shouldn't be sleeping around with all of these women because every time you ejaculate, you experience what's called the little death. And so you lose vital minerals and nutrients, which that's what your sperm is. You need your sperm in your body. You need it. It's your spinal fluid. So,
well,
go ahead, Anthony. We wanted to hear from you.
I disagree as far as with the sperm thing, that it needs to be in our sex. I don't agree with that because, like, coming from a man perspective, I know the feeling once we release. You know what I'm talking about? I understand what happens when we release. So I would not say that it's good for us just to sit there. My thing is that it's not good. But you had a question though, but I couldn't hardly hear you. There's somebody says something live.
Yeah, no problem. I want to keep talking if we can. So, did you know that prostate cancer and different ailments that men are inflicted with later on in life is because of such a overly active sex life, and because you don't have enough of your natural minerals and nutrients and vitamins, copper, zinc, all of the magnesium, all of these elements are in your sperm. And so when you're constantly having sex, you're depleting your body. And so then when you get older, you know, you're inflicted with these ailments, and, you know, your immune system is low because you just had so much sex. And so now you can't even naturally fight it off. And so then you go to the doctor and they give you the pharmaceuticals, which are poison, you know, and then you're just, you know, left to die. But we can back up, you know, let's deal with the truth because we've done the research on it.
Okay, I'm with you, but this is my thing. I disagree with that because as far as with prostate cancer, a man can easily avoid that if they eat right and drink right. So if a man have prostate cancer, he haven't drunk enough water, and he haven't been eating the right type of foods that his body needs. And even when we get into anxiety and things like that, dealing with stress, a man can easily avoid that doctor visit if they eat right and live a healthy life. Period.
Now I do agree that the food too, definitely. The food definitely is poison. You know, everything is GMO, even the organic stuff. So
I'm not talking about the food that we even eat. I'm talking about stuff that we haven't been putting no game to, like different fruits that we're supposed to eat. Because you know, in every season, nature is different. So it's different types of food that we're supposed to eat every season. But that's something that a lot of us don't know. So a lot of us go to doctors for different reasons and stuff like that.
But see,
as far as like
here in North America, they're controlling the weather 100%. So nature is not even nature anymore. Everything is out of order in North America. Everything. You don't see real clouds anymore here. The rain is tainted with all kind of chemicals, and it's getting in our skin and getting us sick. And you know, with the chemtrails and everything, nothing is natural here. Nothing. You know, we go ahead.
Yeah, but we are able. I'm sorry, but we are able to turn that negative into positive. That's how special we are. You know, it's something in our genetic makeup that can turn something right. See what I'm talking about? Like even in relationships, you know, we can turn a problem from being negative into positive. So as far as with eating, it don't matter. Like, okay, for example, I heard that in the 80s, every baby that was born in the 80s, the doctors was putting mercury inside of their blood. But look at the 80 babies now. Look at us now. So our genetic makeup has enabled us to turn that negative into a positive. Look at LeBron James. We was able to turn everything that they was trying to do into a positive. So I won't necessarily say that what the government is doing as far as here in North America can hold us back.
No, definitely it can't.
We understand, right? We understand that we are nature, and nature responds to us when we need to be responded to. But it depends on how we live our life and how we think.
Right.
People think that they can get away, but you can't get away with nothing because the moment you think you can get away with something, you just told yourself that you can get away with you. How you gonna lie to you? See what I'm talking about? So, and that can even go back into a woman. If a man lies to a woman, then you just lied to yourself. Why would you lie to yourself for? See what I'm talking about? But we living in this reality though. So the ultimate question would be, you know, how can we change this reality? For me, I would say that as far as the religion, we need to not let it go, but we need to put it aside. We need to put it in the closet and just come in the room and talk for a second. I'm talking about everything. We talk about Christians, Hebrew Israelites. We talk about Semitic science. We need to put all these books down and figure out what we finna do today. Because the moment that a person disagrees, everybody just fails. We need everybody together. So once we get everybody together and we on the same path, now we can try to figure out what's going on in these relationships. Because now everybody is honest. But everybody ain't finna be honest. Because everybody is not like us, even if they black.
Right. All brown people not the same. You're absolutely right. We're not all the same. Warhead says that's weakness in men. We have to learn to conquer our flesh. And that's, he just basically reiterated what I said. And so you can't blame a female for, go ahead.
Break it up. What'd you say?
He said that's weakness in men. We have to learn to conquer our flesh. So, when you were saying that, it's basically we want to be lied to or, and all of that stuff, you can't blame females for your actions.
Right. So, and that's what I ain't talking about a righteous man that's living an honest life. I'm talking about majority of men today that's doing it. And I'm telling you why they do it. I'm not telling you all the reasons why they do it, but these are some reasons why they're doing it. So, I'm not sitting up here saying that it's for all men, and any man on this live, they're going to talk about all men, and he's not really listening. And that's their fault. So now he's dealing with his flesh right now, because he's not listening. And the thing is that we got to try to figure out how to raise a new generation so they won't be like the last. This is what I'm trying to get to.
Now, Ryan says, he said, the main reason men lie is to keep from hurting a woman's feelings. I personally won't lie to kick it. And I guess he's pretty much, go ahead.
No, that's not the main reason. That's just a little reason. That's something that we used to do when we was like 19, so she won't cry. But that's not the main reason. See what I'm talking about? There is no main reason because we living in reality. Everybody is hungry. Everybody is starving. Everybody needs something. So somebody gonna lie about something. That's not no reason. No main reason that should be at the forefront of this is the reason right here on the calendar. No, we can't sit down and go through all the reasons, but we can sit down talk about some honest stuff to try to make people be honest. Because no one would be honest if they don't know you. People on this live or people, in general, when you're on Facebook, they can say 1,000 things until you meet up with them. And you will find out that it's a lie. It's hard to find honest people. And that's one thing that females got to understand, because you have a lot of females today that want to be honest today. And they're looking for that in a man. But it's hard to find that though, because we're in reality. Now I can tell you how to do it, but this is not no comic book thing. What I'm saying, we're going to sit down and then 10 minutes later, no, this right here is going to be like a couple years type of thing, because we're trying to re-raise somebody. And since we're talking about men, trying to raise a man's mentality. I don't care how righteous you are. This is my thing. If I see a man or a woman, and like say for instance, if they're a Christian or an Israelite or whatever the case may be, and they look too righteous, what I mean by too righteous is that they got on garments, or they they just got on too much. You trying to prove something, so bad, I won't even trust you. I'm not gonna trust you because you just told me that a person can easily tell you anything. You're going to go for it. You just turned your life around to be somebody else. So if I decide to be a Hebrew Israelite, I'm going to still rock my white socks up, my t-shirt, and my own. I'm not going to put on no garments or nothing, because I'm not in that life anymore. I'm living in reality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be me, sit down and read. So I feel that even in these religious churches and stuff, those people not honest at all, and I don't trust them.
I mean, you're right, and so that's why, even with what we believe and what we know to be the truth, we said, it doesn't matter what you believe at the end of the day. We just need to come together, and then we'll work through everything, because there's so many layers of deception that we have to get through. And it seems like we're not going to be able to do it one thing at a time. We're going to have to multitask. We're going to have to do more than one thing at a time. It's just a lot of work to do for us to be restored, or to be, to ascend, or to be elevated, or to vibrate higher. So, you know, it's definitely a lot to do, and we try not to put too much on our brothers and sisters because, you know, we have short attention spans. But this has really been a great show. It really has, and we're going to have you back on. I mean, you know, did you have any more I was just wanting to wrap it up. I didn't want to do too much. We're at an hour and 20 minutes now. So, but we don't have to stop it, you know, we don't have to, you know, we don't have to stop it. We can keep going. We just kind of, you know, we want to make sure we get, you know, the people are watching, and we don't want it to be too much, but we can bring you back on. We can get back on this tomorrow and pick up where we left off, because it's something, like you said, we're not going to be able to do it all in one day.
Right.
You know?
Well, you know, but my thing is, as far as with the conversation, you know, as far as with women, men, black women and black men, there's a lot of single women out here right now, black men. There's a lot of them, you know, and they hoping and wishing that they run into you. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta get yourself right first. You know what I'm saying? Because the moment, like, you can find out that a dude, he may have a job, but it's not a good job, things like that, but then he say that he's ready for a relationship. That's a lie. He's not. See what I'm talking about? So, what I'm trying to say is that, you know, women, if y'all looking for something, y'all need to approach it. Period. Stop trying to wait, you know, for it to come to you. You don't have to do that. Because even Sister LaShonda said that black women used to run the world. They used to run kingdoms. I bet that they didn't wait till that kingdom come to them. They went to it and go to your kingdom. That's all I gotta say.
Indeed. And, you know, just piggybacking off of what you said, I get it. I saw what you meant. You said that the brother, you know, he may not have a job, but it ain't really, you know, making that much money, but he's telling you he's ready for a relationship, and no, he's not. And how you know he's not is he's not doing his best. You know, yeah, he got a job, but what can a McDonald's job do for you? You know, and so, ladies, I agree. We do have to stop overlooking. Yeah, it's okay, you know, brother. Yeah, you know, you cute. I like you and everything like that. But, you know, I know where I want to be. And not saying that you can't get there, but you're not there yet. And I need to see it to believe it. So, you know, once you get there, you know, holler back at me. If I'm still single, we can link up. But this is just what I require. And it is okay for us to raise our standards. We have to. It's going to start with us, because and like the brother said, they going to keep doing it. As long as we allow them to cheat and lie and beat us and all that, they're going to do it. So we have to put our foot down at the end of the day. We have to. You know, it's going to require action. Ain't nobody coming to save us. We got to save ourselves. So, you know, I want to encourage our brothers and our sisters to be the best that you can be. I mean, this earth is not ran by the laws of Moses. It's ran by the universal laws of nature. So what you give out, that's what you're going to receive. So why not always put the best that you have out into the universe so that you can receive the best? Aren't you the best? We are the best. Every nation in this earth wants to be us. They want to be a nigga, right? They all imitate us. They do everything we do. They try to take over everything we do. You have to ask yourself, why is that? They see something in us that we don't see in ourselves. We will run this world again. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of the restoration right here. Is us coming together and getting on one accord. A house divided cannot stand. We're not going to get anywhere continuing to fight one another, continue to hate on each other, not looking out for each other, not watching each other back, not having compassion on one another. You know, money is the answer to all things. The black man, woman, and child in North America, we got the most financial or economic power financially. We got that bread, but we're giving it away to everybody else. We're not investing in ourselves. You know, there are many melanated businesses or black owned businesses in North America. I own a business. I own a couple businesses. And I hardly get patronized by my own people. The majority of my customers are Caucasian or different races. My own people don't support me. And then when I do go to, a Negro's house, they always want to, something for the low. They don't want to pay what it's worth. And we got to stop doing that. But we'll go to Nike and spend $500 on some Jordans and go to Versace and go and get, and these people don't even like us. Versace is a racist. Jordan, he owns prisons. He has stock in prisons where he owns them. The same prisons that's locking us up. So, we got to take it back by force, man. We got to take it back by force. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to what you were just talking about with these businesses is that black people, you are scared. I'm gonna prove to you how you're scared, because the moment that a white representative comes to the door, or one of the reasons why we would go to these white companies before black companies, because we scared of information and we don't want to do no homework. So we automatically think that because that they see a Caucasian, why they present this, that the company is solid. And then the moment that a black person try to come do the same thing, you don't believe him, because you know that you don't want to do the homework. So you know this black person didn't do the homework, but you figured that a white person did, because all your life you've seen white people prevail in life. That's something that y'all got to stop. So the moment that you see a black person that have a business and they present this to you, you can't sit up there and say, let me get this for the low, or let me call you back, or just give me your card. You got to work with them, because you're going to do the opposite with white people. We see this every day.
Yeah, you ain't going to question them. You're going to pay what the price tag say.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what I would say. That you got to stop doing that. Because we scared to do the homework. So we automatically think that white people did. They didn't do no homework. They just had a better lifestyle of growing up.
Yeah, and everything that they have, they stole it. Let's just be real. From the ideas that they capitalize on, we created everything. Everything.
But you know why they don't? This is one of the reasons why that happened. And why a lot of black people don't know this. It's because we don't do our homework. We scared to sit down and just read. The black people, I know for a fact that if we want to read a book, we're going to sit down and we may read one chapter, and then we're going to wait for a while to read the next. And then brag about that we just read this whole book about a couple chapters. It comes with discipline. Like I told you before today, is that they say patience is what you do while you wait.
Now you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Yeah. And a lot of black people, they don't know how to practice patience because something happened with their life. And then when they get through with that, whatever happened in their life, they will go back doing the same thing. Man, you got to study patience first. And I'm not talking about just sitting down, meditating and stuff like that. I'm talking about taking the time and think before you open your mouth. Especially with a black man too. Because if I'm sitting up here talking to another black man, he's going to keep opening his mouth. Like, man, just shut up and just have patience with me. See what I'm talking about? And you can see from that if men do that to another man, just imagine what he's going to do to a woman. See what I'm talking about?
It's real.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No, you telling the truth. It's the truth.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. And with patience, what I've learned is that, you can't only do what you can do. So, working within those bounds of what you can do. But in the meantime, you can't just be sitting on your behind. You gotta, you gotta work. You have to work. You have to put in work. You have to put in if you want to get out. We all want the best. We all want the best life. We all want better for ourselves. We want better for our children, for our parents, for all of our loved ones. But we just been talking about it. Nobody's been putting in no work. And talk is cheap at the end of the day. It's not going to yield any results. We have to put in the work. We have to physically come together. Facebook is fine, but now we need to physically come together. And that brings me to our retreat. We're having a spiritual retreat in Columbus, Georgia next month, July 1st through the 7th. And we're going to be camping out in nature for the week. And so we're asking that each family You just sow $100 to the Chief Empress Betty Smith. It's her land. She's a tribal chief, you know, on Aboriginal land. We are not slaves from Africa. We've always been in these Americas. So we're going to go and we're going to congregate and come together on our land, and we're going to sit down and talk about these same issues that we're coming live on Facebook about, and start putting some plans of actions together that we can start executing. We have to start executing. We can't just sit around and continue talking about it. It's time to be about it now. You know, time is almost seems like it's running out. I'm just, you know, it's depressing. It's depressing. And nobody, we don't have anybody that cares about us. All of these so-called black leaders, they don't give a damn about us. They bank straight. Well, they don't care about us. They good. They living their life. You know, the only time you're going to see them is if it's an opportunity for them to make some money. That's it. Or keep us, you know, pacified. You know, while they, you know, continue murdering us and doing what they're doing to us. Because that's all black leadership is in North America. They're just pacifiers of the black races that just keep us quiet while they continue, you know, with all of their junk and mess that they do to us and put us through. So we have to take a stand for ourselves. We have to take a stand for ourselves. Now's the time. We got strong brothers and sisters that's ready to step up to the plate. You know, we not finna be dealing with no fear and all that doubt. No, we know what it is, and we finna make it happen. It's just as simple as that. So, Dominique, do you have any last words you'd like to say to our brothers and sisters?
I just want to encourage everybody to, you know, start taking out time for themselves, and just sit in quietness and just start listening to yourself, listen to your thoughts and stuff, because at the end of the day, we have to learn how to love ourselves before we can love each other, because that's where we have to grow. And in order for us to, you know, reunite, we have to learn how to love each other, but we have to start with ourselves first.
Indeed. Love me movement, y'all. Love you. Do something nice for yourself tomorrow. Take yourself out, get you some good food. You know, go get you a pedicure, go get you a massage. Groupon has some really good deals for all kind of stuff for the low. Groupon.com. Like, take out time for yourself. And like the Empress was saying, sit in quiet. You need to be in quiet. Turn off the TV, turn off the radio, turn off your phone, and really get in tune with who you are. And stop hurting yourself. You know, that's why we perish for the lack of knowledge, right? Knowledge is the power. So, you know, let's get in tune with the whole truth. You have any last words for our brothers and sisters, Brother Anthony?
Let me see. Well, no, not really. Hopefully everybody was listening. And they listen with their eyes, they listen with their ears. As far as with, you know, females that's in a relationship right now, you know, like I say, just be patient and always ask questions when you're supposed to. Because a lot of women, they ask questions all the time, and the questions don't even make sense. They just want to play. You know, and for the single ladies out there, you know, that may have kids and stuff like that, you got to be more responsible on choosing who you want to be with, because that person will be around your children. So, you know, I would just say, just think first, and, you know, just be careful out there.
Yes.
You know, we can talk about that.
Indeed. So we're going to be doing this every day, going live every day. The lady says, the Empress says, I couldn't hear properly because of echoes. Do you mind repeating what you just said, Brother Anthony?
Oh yeah. Okay. So basically, I was saying that as far as with women that's in a relationship, just be patient and ask questions, but don't ask too much. Because as far as with men, you don't want to hear too much. You know, but ask questions that's important. As far as with women that are single with kids, you know, just just make sure you choose somebody that's going to be good for your family, because that person will be around your children. So just be smart and think, because a lot of women don't think, but that comes with patience too, that y'all will learn. Some of y'all may have it right now, so I ain't talking to y'all, but you may know somebody that don't. So I would just say, just be careful out there and just choose wisely. And don't think with your pussy. Don't think with your boredness. Go out and read a book, look at the sun or something, and then determine your answer.
Brothers and sisters, do you have any, last words or any comments that you'd like to add to the talk before we end? And definitely check us out tomorrow. We usually go on around 8, 9 o'clock. We're just trying to bring our people together. We got to come together. So we're going to utilize every tool that we have to bring our people together here in North America, definitely. So again, thank you so much for tuning in to Return of the Matriarch. Check us out tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Sweet sleep to everybody. Shalom, it means peace in Hebrew, and ahab is love. So shalom, ahab.